What's going on, guys? Here we're reacting to UFC Fight Night, Royval versus Taira, live from the Apex Arena. Everyone was talking about it. It was a whack card, but this card definitely overperformed. It was some exciting finishes, some good fights, a crazy main event. All overall, it was a solid 7 out of 10 card in my opinion. First fight of the night, Clayton Carpenter taking on Lucas Rosha. I picked Clayton Carpenter in this matchup. You did as well. Started off the night 1-0. Give me your thoughts on this matchup.
Yeah, man, rear naked choke victory by Clayton Carpenter. He was a wet blanket on him that whole fight, man. Dude was a lot bigger, came in, kept his undefeated record intact, and got the job done, man. Showed he was levels above him in the grappling and the wrestling. Lucas Rocha just looked smaller, man. He looked like a smaller guy. Was completely outsized Clayton Carpenter, man. I'm excited to see what's next for him, man.
Yeah, man, I agree. Carpenter looked like he was a lot bigger and he had a huge edge in the grappling at flyweight, man. If you have in any weight class, if you have the edge in the grappling, you dictate where the fight takes place. Gives you a clear advantage to start fights. Clayton Carpenter, excited to see what's next for him. On to the next fight. We have Dan Argueta taking on Cody Haden. Give me your thoughts on this matchup, E.
Man, first thought on this fight, how the hell is Dan Argueta making bantamweight? I know he missed, I think he missed weight by 3 pounds this fight. But that didn't matter. Cody Haden was just levels above him in the striking. Dan Argueta did try to use a lot of the wrestling in the first 2 3 rounds. He just tried to really wet blanket him, try to really overpower him. But Cody Haden did a solid job in his stand up, kept hitting him, man. Dude looks like the next Australian striker coming up, man, a la JDM style. He was looking real crisp on the feet, man. He kept hitting him. He threw 288 strikes total, landed 148. Bro, Dan Argueta was just getting pieced up. I don't know how he makes bantamweight. Dude is big as hell. Beautiful performance by Cody Haden, man. I thought he was gonna get this finish, but beautiful unanimous decision victory.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. We both picked Haddon in this matchup, so we started off the night 2-0 on picks. Cody Haddon looked elite at the bantamweight division. He looked like a very crisp striker. You're right, man. JDM comparisons are there. He was very accurate, just like JDM. He was landing a high percentage of his power shots. And Dan Argueta, man, don't think I didn't notice, man. I seen you try to pull that fast one. You miss weight by 3 pounds, and then you come into the fight with a grappling heavy style. We all know what that was for. It was clearly intentional miss of weight. He was taking on the top prospect, so he was trying to get an advantage. He knew he was going to implement that grappling style. He wanted to come with some extra weight. Completely backfired. The skill gap was too high. Excited for Cody Haddon, man. He looked sharp. On to the next one. We have Julia Pastri taking on Corey McKenna. This was a good fight, a split decision. I picked Pastri, you picked McKenna. This is where we had different picks. Give me your reactions to this matchup.
Yeah, like I said in the prediction video, man, this fight was really a coin flip. Could have went either way. These chicks go at it 10 times. It probably splits 5-5 even. This was a split decision victory for Julia Pastri. Seems like she was just better on the night, better output, and just a better performance. Betting wise, this was a pretty even matchup as well. Julia just looked better on the night, man. Corey McKenna just couldn't get it done. She just seemed a step slower. Could have went either way.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to agree with you. The thing I saw with Pastri was that she had the edge in the striking and the grappling. She was good enough in the grappling to nullify it to a point where the striking edge would give her the victory on points to the judges. And that's exactly what happened, man. Pastri had a striking edge and she was competitive enough in the grappling where she won the decision 29-28. I even called it 29-28 in the prediction video. Y'all need to start putting some money on my picks because Money A is giving y'all them primetime picks, man. On to the next fight. We had Junior Talfa in the heavyweight division taking on Sean Sharaf on like 5 second notice. Give me your reactions to this matchup, E.
Yeah, man. This fight was supposed to be originally with Chris Barnett, but I guess he pulled out. Junior Tafa still got the job done. I did predict him to win, although I'm not counting this prediction in the overall scheme of things. Junior Tafa still got the job done, but overall, Sean Sharaf, I don't know, came in, got tired as hell in that second round, just didn't even want to be there anymore. And the judge kind of gave it to him because Junior Tafa just had a better gas tank and he was just throwing more bombs. But overall, I felt like if Sean Sharaf had a full fight camp for this one, his gas tank would have been a lot better. And I felt like this fight could have went either way. He might have even won this fight, Sean. But Junior got the He got the job done. He was throwing big meaty hooks. Shout out to Lucas Tracy, and got the job done, man.
Yeah, man, not much to say about this matchup. Junior fought a guy on short notice. Both these dudes was looking out of shape. It was looking like a bar fight. It was looking like two Samoan dudes at the bar on Friday night getting into it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really not impressed with Junior Tafa. He's nothing like his older brother. I mean, he's not impressing me at all. He was crying after his last fight about the verbal tap, and in this fight, he underperformed against a guy who took the fight on short notice. And it looked like a bar fight, in my opinion, man. I'm not too impressed with Junior Tafa. Good for him. He got the W, but that's all I got to say on that. On to the next matchup. We have Themba Gorimbo taking on Nico Price in the welterweight division. Themba looked good, man. He was a big favorite coming into this matchup. We both picked Themba, and he proved it. He proved us right, man. What do you give me your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, man. Temba came into this fight as a big favorite, so I'm not surprised that he got the job done. Pretty easy prediction with this one. Nico Price, man, I just think his time is done. He just looked a step slower. The output wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe retirement is next for him. I don't know what is next for Nico Price, but Temba Grimbo seems to be getting these layups. So the UFC's building him up. I like it. I'm a fan. He has a good story. So I'm not mad at him, man. Timo Gbo got the job done. I wish he did get a finish. Would have looked better for him, but still got the victory. So we move on.
Yeah. Moving on to the featherweight division. Jonathan Pierce taking on Pat Sabatini. Now, I was talking a lot of stuff in my prediction video about Pat Sabatini's a scrub. He got knocked out by the wind against Diego Lopez. And then he starts off the night with a submission in the first round, making me, you know what I mean, look like an idiot. I went with Pierce. You went with Sabatini. Good call by you. Give me your thoughts on this matchup, man.
Yeah, man. I felt like you were a little bit rough on Sabatini, man, but I did see that he just had the crazy advantage in the grappling. Dude has at the before this fight he had 11 finishes, submission victories on his record. He's a solid grappler, man. I just thought he had that advantage in this fight, and he came out, got it done early, man. First round, 4 minutes into the fight, he just overpowered him in the grappling, just took his back and rear naked choke. That was it. Beautiful finish by Pat Sabatini. I'm not surprised he got the job done. I did think he was a better grappler. Jonathan Pierce just didn't really get going, man. I felt like he just didn't really get that opportunity to get his hands going. So Pat just didn't give him a chance. Completely wet blanketed him and just dominated him. Got the sub. Beautiful win. Beautiful win.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Pat Sabatini. I'm sorry for talking so crazy, so disrespectfully, man. Good victory by you. Good finish. Hopefully they give you something. Even if they don't give you a bonus, hopefully Uncle Dana gives you something. 20K, 30K. But yeah, man. On to the next matchup. We have CJ Vergara in the flyweight division taking on the newcomer from Uzbekistan, Ramzan Temirov. Now, we gave you some expert high-level analysis on our prediction video. We said if the motherfucker looked like Shavkat Rakhmonov, he's winning. And that was the basis of my analysis to why I picked Ramazan, and he proved me right. Give me your thoughts on this, E.
Sometimes that's all it takes, man. You just gotta be from Kazakhstan, undefeated coming in. Nah, he's 8-2, but he's on a hot streak, man. I wasn't
18 and 2.
surprised. 18-2, yeah. Big favorite coming into this fight. CJ Vergara just seems to be taking on all these dogs. He's not afraid of a single person. Respect to him, but at the end of the day, you got to win these fights. Ramazan just came in. He was throwing bombs, man. He was just throwing bombs. Once he realized that CJ Vergara was starting to fade, CJ Vergara just started to run for him, man. He was really running for him. Ramazan was just kind of chasing him, kept hitting him, and then I got him out of there, man. Early first round knockout. Beautiful victory by Ramazan. I'm excited to see what's next for him. I think he definitely needs to step up, but maybe one more can, just to hype up the fans, and we'll see what's next for him. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, I agree. Ramazan Temirov looked very explosive. He looked like he had a lot of power. I'm very excited for him in the flyweight division. You usually don't see a lot of guys that are throwing heat like that. Can't wait to see what's next for him. He was looking like Deuce the Gato when he was younger, man. Shout out to Ramazan. On to the next matchup. We have Daniel Rodriguez taking on Alex Morono in the welterweight division. We both picked D-Rod in this matchup, and he looked good, man. In my pre-fight analysis on the prediction video, I was saying D-Rod's gonna He's gonna stuff a lot of takedowns. Morono only shot one. I don't know why he did that, but I said D-Rod's gonna piece him up while stuffing panic shots. Morono did it, decided not to shoot, and made everything easier for D-Rod, and he pieced him up. Honestly, I felt like if Morono decided to implement some takedown attempts, he could have maybe won the fight because he was throwing enough volume. He just needed to land some more shots. Maybe the takedown threat would have let him land some more shots. But all in all, Daniel Rodriguez looked good, man. He pieced him up, got that 29-28, just like I said. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Alex Morono, like always, he comes out hot in that first round. Looks good, looks great actually, and then he just starts. Then he fades off quick, man. That fall off from his stamina or whatever, comes quick, and D-Rod just took advantage, and then pretty easy victory for D-Rod. I'm actually surprised it was a split decision, but nonetheless, D-Rod got it done. Alex Morono might be on the way out. Let me see how many. Took a couple L's in a row. That's 2 L's in a row. He lost 3 of his last 5. You know, definitely the decline has begun. I feel bad. He's a great fighter, very exciting, especially in that first round. But just D-Rod was just too much of a vet, man.
Yeah, man. Moving on, we have Grant Dawson in the lightweight division taking on Rafa Garcia. Grant Dawson looked impressive, man. He didn't come out to play those boring games. He wasn't laying and praying. He came out with a mission, man, and he finished Rafa Garcia, TKO'd him in the second round. Looked very impressive, and then he called out his wife after. He said, we're gonna have to get this one-on-one going on tonight, baby." What do you think about this matchup, E?
Man, I'm trying to see who his wife is, because
Got him talking out of pocket.
God damn, you know what I'm saying? Testosterone men just want, men fill up with testosterone watching these guys fight. Come on, son, you can't be doing that, bro. But Grant Dawson got it done, man. He was a heavy favorite and showed us why, man. Got the TKO victory, got him out of there in 2 rounds. As expected, we did predict him to win this one, so I'm excited to see what's next for him, man. Probably give him somebody ranked, perhaps. I think he's ready, man. I think he's ready for that step up.
Yeah, Grant Dawson was well on his way to a title run, man, but he got Bobby Green and he got chin checked, man. His chin got checked, and Bobby Green got a career-defining performance and a knockout victory over a guy who was almost minus 1,000 favorite against him. Grant Dawson bounced back phenomenally against Rafael Garcia. I'm excited. Usually these young guys, when they lose in that step-up fight, man, it's not good, man. They don't come back from it. But Grant Dawson showed he has mental toughness, and he's ready to give it another go in that 155-pound division.
Yeah, man, knockouts happen. Sometimes people get lucky with that lucky hit. Bobby King Green just knocked him out of there. But before that, man, you take that fight away. He was looking good. He was
looking dominant.
Magulov, Joe Selecki. You know what I'm saying? He knocked
and he was
out
beating
Rafa
him dominantly.
Yeah, so bro, I think he still got it. I hope his confidence is still there. I'm excited to see what's next for him, man. Let's get it. Made these lightweight killers, bro. Another lightweight killer.
Yeah, man, definitely another killer in the Shark Tank division. But moving on, Cheeto Njokuani taking on Jared Gooden in the welterweight division. Another matchup that me and Eve, we both picked Cheeto in this matchup. Another matchup we picked right. Y'all gonna need to start taking note of these picks, man, if y'all want to make this paper. Chidi Njokuani, man, he showed that he's the better striker, man. He outworked him. He was throwing a lot more volume than Jared Gooden, and Jared Gooden showed that he's just waiting for that power shot. He's waiting to knock you out, and it didn't. That moment never came, and Chidi just outpaced him with volume and won round by round, every round. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, not gonna lie, man. Just to correct you, I did actually pick Jared Gooden for this one, but Jared Gooden for this one. But like I said, it was a coin flip. Could have went either way.
My bad, y'all. Follow my picks, not easy.
His takedowns were just kept getting stuffed. So I felt like once he couldn't really get going with the grappling, Chidi Njokuani just kind of took over, just dominated him in the striking, and pretty boring victory overall. Unanimous decision victory for Chidi Njokuani. Not really much to say on this one, but he got the job done, man. I got this pick wrong, but it's all right.
Impressive victory by Chidi. He 30-27, that boy. Can't wait to see what's next for him, man. He looked improved from his last fight. But moving on to the co-main event of the evening. The most exciting co-main event of the year, we have Brad Tavares taking on the Iron Turtle, Jun Young Park. Park got the split decision nod in this matchup. He just threw a lot more volume than Tavares. Tavares didn't throw enough volume to win on points, and Park had the control time advantage as well. So he had the volume on the feet and he had the control time. So no surprise that Park got that split decision nod. Give me your thoughts on this matchup.
Yeah, man, Brad Tavares seems like he's slowing down. Not really much to say, man. Jun Young Park looked good. He had a lot of takedown attempts, had more output on the feet, and he was the favorite coming into this fight. So no surprise here. We did pick Jung Young Park to get this one done. Not much
Yeah,
to say
I
about
just
Brad
wanna
Tavares, man.
correct you. I picked Brad Tavares in this matchup. Unfortunately, I wanted to believe in the vet, but man, he let me down. But the Iron Turtle looked good, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like he beat Chris Weidman, and even that was like
Man,
I'm not sure if that's like the best victory you could have. I'm talking about speaking for Brad Tavares, but I feel like he's kind of on the way out. He's fought some killers, man. He's dude built like an ox, but at the top of the top, man, you got to be on point. You got to be fast. Split decision victory for Jung Young Park. Not really impressive, but go in for him. Go in for the prediction. On to the next one.
moving on to the main event of the evening. This fight absolutely delivered. Brandon Raw Dog Royval taking on Tatsuro. I'm happy, thank you, Taira. It was a crazy main event in the Apex Arena. Let's get into it, man. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, Tatsuro was probably not too happy after this one. Surprisingly, it was a split decision. Should have been pretty unanimous. All three judges should have been for Royval. Felt like it was 2-2, pretty even matchups going into the fifth round. And then that fifth round, I thought Royval just dominated. He did his thing, took him down, controlled him, reversed the grappling on him. It was beautiful, beautiful performance. Was piecing up in the stand up. Tatsuro Taira's definitely up next, man. I'm definitely a fan of Brandon Royval. Dude is a stand-up guy. He offered to train with him. These two have trained in the past before, but he definitely opened that door for Tatsuro Taira again. These flyweights, man. I feel like the UFC. Well, I was gonna move on to the Kaya Sakura one, but I'm gonna let you give your reaction to this one before we touch that topic right there.
Yeah,
You
man.
see what the UFC is trying to do here.
They trying to get that Asian market tapped in, man, straight up. But Tatsuro Taira, man, he lost his first professional bout against Brandon Royval, and it sucks because he worked his way to a title eliminator and he lost when he was one step away from that coveted title shot, man. And I felt like he matched up very well against the champion Pantoja, man. Pantoja doesn't really, he's not really much of a striker. He's grappling heavy. Tatsuro Taira, as we see, man, his grappling was on point. The main issue with Taira, man, he does not move his head from the center line. It felt like Brandon Royval had magnets in his gloves, and it felt like Taira's face was you know what I mean, attracting the magnets. Every straight punch that Royval threw connected. It felt like with 100% accuracy. Taira definitely showed that he has an iron chin, man, because he was getting tagged with almost everything Royval was throwing. He was throwing it with a lot of power too. Straight 1-2s, but he's extending his everything into it, man. Taira ate all that. He definitely showed that he has the grappling edge, but man, he got tired in the later half of that fight, man. If he was able to manage his energy a little bit better, I think he still could have won this fight, even though his striking defense wasn't on point. It's a learning experience for Tatsuro. In his next fight, he's gonna need to learn how to manage his energy better and improve on his striking defense, man, for sure. Those two things are the only things you need to work on. Those are two things that he can definitely improve on. I'm excited for Tatsuro. I think he's gonna need to, put in some work for a year and a half to 2 years before he gets back to a title shot.
Yeah, still young, man. Still very young. Still has a bright future ahead of him. Definitely needs to improve that striking defense. Otherwise, I thought he fought really, really well against Brandon Royval. The wrestling was amazing. I felt like maybe the wrestling in round two and rounds four got him tired for that fifth round because Royval was just piecing him up. He's pretty much piecing him up that whole fight. So I think if he improves the striking defense, he's definitely could be championship caliber. I'm excited to see what's next for him. I think him and Toja could put on a good fight for the crowd. Him or maybe Kaya Sakura, who knows? But I feel like the UFC's plan here got spoiled by Brandon Royval. They cut my boy Mukaya for the same reasons. I don't know what's next for Royval, man. He's lost to the champs. Let's see.
Yeah, man, Brandon Royval he should get the next title shot. It doesn't matter how many times he's lost to the champ. He has a win over everybody in the top five. He just beat Moreno and Taira back to back. Think about that. He beat Moreno and Taira back to back. The next title fight has to go to Royval, and it's probably gonna be against Kai Asakura, man. The UFC trying to make him the next superstar in 125-pound division. They're lining him up against Pantoja on his first fight. It's a hard matchup for Kai, man, but that's an exciting fight. Brandon Royval has next in the 125-pound division. Impressive victory for him. Hey man, that's Full Guard MMA, and we out of here.
Peace.